All right, it is homework project time. Don't think of it as homework, think of it as ways to really solidify what you've learned so far. And I promise you, I've taught this loads of times, and it's the people who bother going and doing these little extras that really find the benefits, or at least find the tools stick a lot more than, just kind of following along with me with the videos. So your homework, that's not really homework, it's fun stuff to do. You'll find the outline in your exercise files. Okay, so exercise files, there's a folder in there called projects, and you can open either one of these. One's a Word doc and one's a PDF, whatever's takes your fancy, they're the same. Okay, and in here it explains what you need to do. I'll quickly run through it here. Basically, it's creating your own version of our postcard and sharing it with us. Okay, you don't have to share it with me, but I'd love you to. So these are the requirements. Okay, so you choose your own theme, pick, you might have a business you work for, your own kind of like side hustle that you do stuff for. It could just be a church group or a social group or anything you can think of to do a postcard for. Choose your own image. You might use one from your cell phone, or if you're a photographer, use one of your own, or go grab one from Unsplash. I want you to fix that image. Okay, so something from Unsplash is probably not going to need much fixing, but if you're using your own one, go through, do the levels, just like the hues and saturations and vibrance, all that whole section on adjustments. Have a look through that. I want you to add a gradient. It's totally optional. I'm into gradients, as you know, but see if you can do this thing. Even if you don't do it, don't want it in your final, you don't want this kind of like hideous gradient, you can, I just want you to run through the process just so you know about blending modes and those types of things. I want you to have at least one shape. I kind of did them all to try and fit them all in for this course. So we've got circles and stars and rectangles with corners. You just need at least one. In terms of colors, okay, you might let the image drive the colors like we did for some of these circles, or you can go to Adobe Color Themes to get inspiration for colors. Remember those 5 color swatches that it picked for us? Next thing is you need to have just some text, okay, like the standard text here. You can kind of copy the structure that I had. You're allowed to use Lorem Ipsum. But you also need to do that text on a path. Okay, remember this badge down the bottom here where it kind of wrapped around, or maybe the stripy stuff on the line? You can do either of those. One uses of that, or 2 or 10, but I want to see that. I want to see at least 2 layer styles. So that includes drop shadows, strokes, gradients, bevel and bosses. Have a look through that whole list. We didn't cover them all in this course. You might find, experiment with another one and surprise me with inner feather or outer feather. I can't think of any other ones, but 2 of them at least. And then I want you to present it, not exactly like this, but in that same sort of vein where we saved a version of the document, we flattened it down, then we it doesn't have to be on an angle, okay? It could just be straight in there, but a little drop shadow to make it look like you might put in the background a photograph of a desk, so it looks like it's sitting there on a desk, okay? But that's the way I'd like you to present it for this particular exercise. And then I want you to save and share. And over here, it just says save a JPEG copy. We haven't really done exporting yet. Okay, we did saving, but just so you know, file, save, file, save as even. Okay, and option in here is JPEG. Okay, and that's the easy one to share around. Okay, or you can just take a screenshot. On my Mac, it's Command-Shift-4. Okay, hold those keys down, and I can draw a box around stuff. And then on my desktop, you hear the little snappy noise. That on my desktop will be a screenshot. That's an easy way to do it as well. On a PC, can't really remember. There's a print screen button on there somewhere. You'll have to Google that one, or do the save as JPEG. And that is it, my friends. Well, I want you to share it with me. Okay, you can DM me if you don't want to share it publicly, but let's share it publicly. Okay, great places are Instagram, just tag me. Okay, you can click on that link to get to my Instagram account. You can tag me in Twitter as well. There's a Facebook group, it's just getting started. I'd love you to get in there and start using that. I've only just got going with that, and yeah, you might be the first one there. But share it in there. But also you can use these accounts as well if you prefer, and you can use a direct message. If you're not much of a social person, there's an assignment, depending on the website you're looking at, it ends up on a couple of places where there's an assignment section on a lot of them, or you can just use the comments underneath the video. This video right here, you'll see a comment section and share it there. All right, that's it. You don't have to do it, of course, but please do. If you do, I'll see you in the next video in a couple of hours. Maybe a lot longer than that, depending on your current Photoshop skills. And for the people that are going to skip ahead, I will see you in a couple of seconds in the next video. All right, let's go.